Good morning, guys. Welcome to the vlog. I'm already starting off the day feeling defeated. So today's Monday. I have a bunch of stuff to catch up on, right? So last night I placed a Walmart pickup order and it was gonna be ready today. I think 9 o'clock was like the pickup time. So I go, I get my email, it says that it's ready. I go get the kids in the car, drive up to Walmart, and I'm sitting there waiting for my groceries. And all of a sudden, I notice that like there's people coming out of Walmart. There's like employees outside, like chilling, hanging out. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I finally asked one of the ladies that was working there, and she's like, yeah, the power's out here at Walmart. So I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So of course, like the power's out. I'm calling the curbside number. Nobody's picking up. I imagine that they're just dealing with the fact that there's no power. So long story short, I just was like, I'm just gonna wait here for an hour. The kids were losing their minds in the back seat. So yeah, dealt with the tantrums of that and then just decided to come home. And yeah, I guess I'll have to go back later and pick up my groceries. But that is, you know, just how I started my Monday. So happy Monday to me. The house is literally, it's so trashed right now. Like, you guys are gonna die when I show you what my house looks like. But this past weekend, we just got back home really, which is why the house is also not in a great state. Because this weekend, Joe and I went on a little baby moon. And it was so nice. It was so nice to get away. I'll tell you guys about it in a second because I want to like sit down and be able to focus. But yeah, I am 32 weeks today. I don't want to like continue to bore you with the same thing over and over again, but it's like I'm just more uncomfortable every day. I looked to see if I had brought with me to the temporary house my pregnancy support band, which a lot of you guys were telling me to use. And I think it's still in storage unless I gave it away completely. But I think I might have to start wearing that. Maybe that'll help me a little bit when I'm walking. Anyway, here's what my house looks like. In case you want to feel better about your life, this is what the kids have been doing all morning, playing with their toys and just making a mess. Jackson didn't eat his breakfast. Jackson, you still have waffle there. Why don't you want to eat it, buddy? You want to now? Yeah? What? You want to do your obstacle? Look, he was like trying to make an obstacle course for his cars. We're over here watching shark documentaries. So that's what Riley wanted to watch.
It's called Shark Attack. I'm not very scared because we are not at the beach.
You're not scared because we're not at the beach?
Yeah, and I stay close to the waves. They just knock me over.
Okay, so you're not too worried about sharks?
Yeah, because that is not our beaches.
Okay, but you like learning about them?
Yeah.
I've had to balance really just like, I wake up in the morning and already all I want to do is just like lay on my side and not like walk, like I'm out of breath. So I'll just plant myself here on the couch, and then meanwhile the kids are making this mess over here. And I just have to be okay with the fact that like they will clean it up. Like Joe and I have been very adamant about them cleaning up their own mess. But it's usually like we'll do like a midday cleanup and I'll like start directing them and telling them like, okay, the magnet tiles go in the magnet tile bin, the blocks go in the blocks bin. So we've been really trying to like not pick up like Joe and I like pick up the mess, like having them do it. But for a little while during the day, it looks like a bomb went off in my house. And that's okay because I'm pregnant and I am tired and I just literally need to survive. I do have a few things here that I wanted to show you guys. The more time that has been passing, the more I've been truly feeling like I need to nest. I need to get stuff ready for when the baby comes. So I started to get a few things in. Not that this is like super exciting, but I finally did order my breast pump part. So remember I told you guys that I had the Spectra, and what I wanted to do is like replace like the bottles and the wiring and like, you know, like all the cords and stuff. So we have a fresh new pumping situation. So that's what I did. Like in case you didn't know, you can order all of the pump parts. Like this is the tubing, right? The tubing that goes in the Spectra, and then it comes with like the things that you put, you know, on your boobs and all of the valves and stuff, and then it comes with the bottles. Like these are the bottles where you put the milk or the milk gets collected. So all of this stuff now is nice and new. And then my actual pump, like the little blue one that I carry around, like the actual pump itself, I have in the spare room over there. So I'll wash this stuff, sterilize it, and then I'll have fresh and clean pump parts. But just so you know, you don't have to buy a whole new pump. You can just buy different parts. If you lose a bottle or your tubing breaks, you can just buy those specific parts, which isn't something that I used to know before I became a mother. And then for Jackson's room, Well, for the kids' room, remember, the kids, when we move into the house, the kids are gonna be sharing a room. What we're thinking we're gonna do is have them share the room, but get bunk beds. So Jackson will be on the bottom bunk, Riley will be on the top bunk. That's our plan as of now. We'll see, things change. But for now, they're gonna share a room. So of course, Jackson wants like a Paw Patrol room. Riley wants a mermaid room. So we're trying to make it as like aesthetically pleasing, both of them like sharing the room without it looking just like this mix match disgustingness basically. So for Jackson, he said he wanted Paw Patrol, and the most aesthetically pleasing sheets that I could buy, that I could find of Paw Patrol that's not like in your face, like, you know, red and blue and yellow and like all those colors. The cutest one I could find basically was from Pottery Barn. I would not have normally spent the money on Pottery Barn sheets, but it was literally like the only one. So I did get him the Paw Patrol, whatever, like the twin sheet set. And it's just nice because it's just white and then it's got the characters, so he flipped out when he saw it. But then my thought is I could put this sheet like on the bed and then get both of the kids like a white or like a neutral covered like comforter to put on top. And then it's not just like all Paw Patrol themed or all mermaid themed. So I got Jackson's sheets. And then look how cute. The electrician that's doing work in our house, he got us like a gift for the baby. And it was just the sweetest thing. So he got us these. So now the baby has like some loveys. And then also got this whole like setup. I have to see if it's gonna work for us or how I, you know, how I make it function or whatever. But it's like this, some kind of like a Moses basket. And then this is like the cover that you put on the basket. Then there's this, like the cushion like that you put the baby on, and then there's like sheets for it. So this was like our first excuse me, what are you bringing me this for?
Because I have 3.
Because you already had 3? Okay, thank you. I told them they could both have 3 and he brought me back the rest. Very good. So yes, it was very sweet. Baby has the gift, so now I've got to like find places to put this and figure out if it's something that I'm gonna end up using or where I'm gonna end up using it. But it's getting me excited for the baby and also stressed at the same time. Because the more time that passes, the more I'm like really, truly, like I don't feel prepared. And my sister, okay, so this is like where we're at with the baby. I think I'm having a boy. I had a very vivid dream this past weekend that I gave birth to a boy and the boy had like a lot of hair. My sister had a dream that I had a boy and that the baby came 5 weeks early. So I'm praying, like, I'm praying, huh? No, I don't know. We don't know for sure. I'm just saying that Mama had a dream that it was a baby boy. And Didi also had a dream that it was a baby boy. And then I posted pictures of like my belly with Jackson versus my belly this time around. My mom thinks that it looks like the same kind of belly, so maybe also a boy. But whatever. My sister freaked me out because she's like, I had a dream that the baby came 5 weeks early. And I'm like, well, that would mean that I have like 3 more weeks left of being pregnant. So like, that's not gonna work for me because I'm really not ready. Not ready at all. I'm trying not to panic, but it really wouldn't surprise me if the baby comes early. What are you trying to show me? What is this? This was a belly?
Yeah.
This was my belly like a long time ago. This was from like her camera. She takes like all the pictures. This was probably in like Christmas time, like around Christmas time, right? Like my belly was much smaller. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, still have a lot to do, but it's hard to get anything done because like until I move into the house, like I can't set up a nursery, I can't. Hi Riley, can you go watch your sharks please? You know, I need to like get in there and start like doing the things. Trying to like just keep it together. Anyway, let's switch gears. I have some stuff to show you guys from a shop called Shop Little and Brave. They were so sweet and they sent me a couple shirts for the kids. If you guys are looking for like faith-based, Christian-based shirts, I think most of what she does is shirts, maybe some bags if I'm not mistaken. But she has some really cute stuff and she sent me some stuff, so I promised her that I would share them with you guys.
Has a bingo trophy.
Yes, Joseph has a bingo trophy. Okay, I'll show you guys Joseph's bingo trophy when I talk to you guys about the trip that we just took. Anyway, Shop Little and Brave. So she sent me their 4th of July collection shirts. I'm not sure if the 4th of July collection has dropped already, but you guys can go check out her shop. I'll link it in the description box. She has an Etsy shop and I think also just like a regular website, but whatever. I'll link where you can find them. This is her 4th of July collection, so obviously I love that. God bless America. And then she sent me these for the kids. Jesus loves Riley and Jesus loves Jackson. super cute. And then this one says peace, love, and worship, I think. This one is Jackson's. And then this one is Riley's peace, love, worship. And then this one also is really cute. It's got all the dinosaurs and it says you are, and then all of these different things with the Bible verses that accompany, like you are brave and then a Bible verse, and you are loved with John 3:16. So if you're looking to support a small shop that has Christian values, this is definitely one to check out. So I saw her Instagram and she reached out to me and I was like, for sure, I'll share your stuff, because I mean, that's the kind of shops, you know, like those are the kinds of places that I want to be able to support and to share with you guys, obviously, because they're aligned with our values, and these days it's kind of hard to come by. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of schoolwork because we're trying to continue throughout the summer. Maybe not every day, but a couple times a week at least, still continue with the kids' school. Jackson just wants to take a pencil and scribble on a paper. What are you making?
This is just a nice day.
A what? A nice day? Like the other day, he decided that he asked me, he wanted to do a craft or something, and so he put together this little dude with popsicle sticks. So like whenever he decides that he wants to be artsy or do something, I'll grab some paper and he can, you know, look for the markers, and he can, whatever, he can do whatever it is that he wants to do. This was literally me nesting a couple days ago. I took like 20 minutes of my life and sharpened all of the colored pencils. So that is how you know that like I'm having issues. Like I want to nest, so like that to me, like organizing this little art cart thing, like that was the best that I could do.
I organized it like 40 days ago, and someone keeps messing them up.
Maybe you?
I think it's Jackson.
You think it's Jackson? Riley and I are gonna do schoolwork, but Jackson, do you want to maybe use some of these?
You buy those?
These are like shapes and stuff that you can glue. Do you want to try to do this? That you can glue it onto your paper, like a square. Well, I had bought him like this construction paper that's like perforated. So I thought maybe I can like punch out some of these shapes and he can work on his gluing skills. And that'll be something that he can do that'll keep him entertained while I do schoolwork with Riley. Did you drop something? I also brought out Riley's, well, this isn't just Riley's, it's Riley and Jackson's. It's the Tiny Truths Bible that I want to start reading through more with her when we do schoolwork or take it to bed, because like this is one of my favorite Bible books, but we haven't like regularly, consistently read it together. So we'll start doing this one.
I want to do Jonah.
You want to do Jonah? What is the story about Jonah about?
A big giant fish.
A big giant fish? Okay, anyway, let's do some schoolwork. We're gonna read some of our books, do language arts and math. And she's been doing really well with her lessons. See, like in math, there are 118 lessons in the kindergarten curriculum, and we're already on lesson 87. So she's flying through the kindergarten math, which she's not even supposed to start until like this coming school year. So she's gonna be ahead of the game, and I'm not gonna have to stress, which is what I wanted, because like I knew that when the baby gets here, I'm gonna have less time for schoolwork, but she will just need at that point to have some, like with reading, we'll continue like her lessons like normal, but with math especially, I'm not freaking out because she's way ahead of the game. She'll probably be already doing like first grade math, and I can kind of just like pace myself with her and just like review concepts. It's not like teaching her all new stuff. All right, it is quite later. We've been doing a lot of schoolwork today, but something I wanted to show you guys that we were working on today that we don't do every day. Like every day we do like the math and the reading and stuff, but this is something that she asked me to work on, and it's that drawing book that I had gotten for her. I believe that this one in her Easter basket or something. Oh, I'm so sorry. But we worked on a couple of the drawings. So we worked on rocket and turtle and monkey. So she's finishing up her monkey.
I just have the little hair.
And like the ears. So that was her turtle. And it walks you like step by step on how to make everything. And then this was her rocket. So I thought that this was such a cute book when I saw it. So we have been going through this book, and it's just nice, like something different to do. We do a little bit of art today, and she's working on her drawing. And then these were my drawings. These were from the other day. But I've actually learned quite a few things. And I'm really proud of my monkey. Let me see yours. Look how cute they are. Good job, Mama.
Thank you. I draw the little hair.
They look really good. So we're gonna keep them in there so we can remember, okay?
Okay, let's see what other, let's
See what's next? And then Jackson also wanted to be coloring and stuff today too. So while I was doing schoolwork with her, he was working on this and he made like the sky and some grass. And then I had like a random like sticker pad that he was getting stickers from and making like a little scene. And then this was like he was doing like a rainbow colored scribble. So that kept him occupied. But I think now he's back over there working on his cars. Okay, schoolwork is done. I'm gonna probably head to Walmart soon to go get my groceries. But I have like this desk over here, like the desk that they have here in the temporary house. It's full of just mess and mail. We're still getting mail from like the old like owners of our house, of our new house. They keep getting their mail sent to us, so I have to like separate their mail and just like separate all like the mail stuff that I still have to pay. Then we get stuff in the mail that's like a bill, but we have it on auto pay, so they just waste a whole bunch of paper and they kill all these trees. All of this paper clutter is just like killing me. And like actually one of the things that I actually have to do today is I want to get on the ball in terms of finding the kids and the new baby a pediatrician. That is something that I still have to do. So I have to like, why is Jackson screaming like he's just being wild today? But yeah, I need to get a pediatrician because if you've never, Jackson, Jackson, what is this? Look at him, Jackson. This is why I can never even like hear my brain cells. Like I can't hear myself think when these kids are just screaming here. If you've never had a baby before, if this is your first time being pregnant, you want to have a doctor lined up for your baby because you will leave. Jackson, that's enough. But you're gonna wanna have a pediatrician lined up because once you leave the hospital, I think it's usually like, I don't know, you have to follow up with the pediatrician like 24 hours later or 48 hours later. Like it's very quick. Like they usually wanna see the baby back like within that first week of life. So I don't wanna like wait till the last minute. And our old pediatrician, like when we used to live here, the pediatrician I used to go to was like down in Homestead because I used to live down in Homestead and I'm no longer living down in Homestead, so I don't want to like drive all the way down there. So I need to find someone in the area. So that is gonna be on my to-do list today. Jackson, are you playing with magnets?
Yeah.
Yeah? Hey, how about you find me the letter? I'm not gonna ruin it. But these are the ones that actually have letters on them. Can you point to C for me? C.
I don't want to.
Why?
Because this is on my finger.
Okay, but can you point on your letters? Can you point to A?
Shut up.
Can you point to A?
I don't want to yet.
Why? Anyway, I finally got my groceries, so I was gonna show you guys what I got. I got eggs. This is like the best price that I can find, like pasture raised eggs, the Handsome brand at Walmart. So I always get those. They're like 5 something. Got a big container of strawberries, cuties, which actually look massive. Some ginger ale, a head of broccoli. This is the yogurt that I like to eat in the morning. I mix it with honey, and then I'll put granola and some strawberries. And like for granola right now, I'm having this one that is so good. This one is from Aldi, but dark chocolate sea salt. This is like my favorite thing for breakfast. So this is like a go-to breakfast these days. And then I got the kids some of the Paw Patrol string cheese that Riley likes. Berries, so raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. I got these this time instead of Danimals. My girlfriend the other day told me that she buys these instead of Danimals. So if I can get them to eat this, I think it's a little healthier. It's like a nice healthy version of Danimals. Those are good, right? Yeah, they're gonna be good.
I'll try them.
Yeah, good. And then crackers, because the kids do a lot of like crackers with peanut butter or cheese and crackers. And these are like the Simply Cheetos that we try to get a little bit healthier. This is for me not healthy at all, but I've been having a craving for Smarties. And then some applesauce because the kids love it and we always get the unsweetened applesauce. This was the extent of the meat that we got this week because we don't really need a lot of other meat. This thing of chicken nuggets pains me to buy it because it's $11.98. It's like almost $12 for this tiny little bag of chicken nuggets. But it's the Applegate brand, so it's a little cleaner, a little healthier. Same with this bacon. I got some bacon for breakfast in the weekend. Like in the weekend, that's like our treat. And then I've actually never had this before, not that I can remember, but also something for breakfast. And they didn't have the coffee creamer that I normally get. I usually get like the sweet cream one, but they substituted it for vanilla. And then 2% milk, organic 2% milk for the kids.
I love that milk.
Yeah, you love that milk? All right, we gotta put all this stuff away. Hey, don't touch that.
I want to help you.
You're gonna help me put it away?
I can put the milk away.
Okay, well just be careful, okay?
I hope I don't drop.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Grand total for all of that food that you just saw, $101 and something cents. So, $100 something for, I can't even make like real meals, like other than the bacon and the chicken nuggets and the breakfast sausage. There's nothing else. Like, I mean, eggs, yes, and like breakfast stuff, but like dinners, they're not here. Like, this is just some snacks, some produce, and breakfast stuff. All right, the house is oddly quiet because Joe got home from work and he just took the kids to go for like a walk around the neighborhood. So it is nice because now I get like a few minutes to myself, because like I sure as heck cannot go walking around the whole neighborhood at this point. But I get to like decompress for a bit. We did like a whole cleaning up session. You see, like this whole floor used to be trashed. So the kids like had to clean up before we were, you know, before they could go for their walk. So now once they get back, then I can like bathe them and we'll do dinner and stuff. This is just looking very big, and I'm sorry I still don't have a tripod for this dumb camera, so I never like have the right place to like put you guys on. But I did want to show you guys something else, and I've been showing you guys a bunch of stuff today, but something that was really exciting is that I've shared Love Every boxes before with you guys, like these play kits, which we've loved. And they're play kits with, you know, developmentally appropriate toys for like different age groups. So you like sign up and it's a subscription, and then every 2 or 3 months, I forget how often, they send you like new toys. But they used to stop with the play kits at age 3, like at the end of 3, like when they turn 4, there were no more play kits, and they just released that now there's 4-year-old play kits. So I do have a link, an affiliate link with them that I'll leave in the description box for you guys if you guys want to sign up. It's a way that like I get credit if you sign up for their kits. They don't have codes, okay? That's like #1 question that I get asked every time I share Love Every, like, oh, do you have like a discount link? Is there a code where I can save money? I have asked them 5,000 times and they literally say we don't give out codes. So I don't know of any discounts to my knowledge, but they are toys that we very much stand behind. Of all the toys that we have decluttered in the past, like the toys that I still have for the most part, so many of them are Love Every toys. Like this was the first 4-year-old play kit, the connector play kit for months 49, 50, 51. And look how stinking cute. Like it brought a microscope, which we're gonna use for homeschool, and it brought like these little slides, but then you can also like just put like random stuff you find. It has like a little light. So this was one of the things that came in this month's kit. This one also came with like a play road and like these modular houses, which I don't really want to take out because we literally just put them like in here. But it also came with something really cute, a tour chart. So this is like about teaching them like responsibilities and teaching them like, you know, these are all the things we have to do, and then these are the things that we've accomplished, and there's more little tiles in the back. So stuff like this I love. But yeah, there's like all of these like felt pieces you guys can see down here, all these felt pieces. And then Jackson's been putting together the roads and building the houses and playing with the people. This has been a really great set. Just a heads up, if you used to have maybe the play kits and then you stopped getting them after your kids like phased out of them, like they do have some now for 4-year-olds. From 4 to 5 now, like all those months, there's different play kits that you can sign up for. And those, to me, in my opinion, like they're always really nice. They send these to me, but they are toys that I recommend. Like when my sister had a baby, like those were the toys that I recommended that she gets for Everly. I have this block set that I've shown you a million times. This is a Love Every block set. Just, I've had this I think since even like Riley was little, and it's just one of those toys that the quality is still there, and they get a lot of like open-ended play with, and their toys are just fantastic. This isn't a toy video, but any of the toy videos that I do, you guys will often see them, but this was definitely like the hit of the box this month, and it was super cool. So anyway, last thing before I end the vlog, I want to talk about our little baby moon now that I have a second. So we went on our little baby moon this past weekend. It was really nice. Joe and I got to just like have our pretty much like last little trip by ourselves for a while, because once the baby gets here, it's gonna be a while before I feel comfortable just leaving the baby with my parents. But it was a huge blessing that we were even able to do that like now, like being close to Mimi and Papa and being able to say, hey, we're gonna take the weekend if it's okay with you guys, you watch the kids. Like, it was just great, because you guys know that when we were in Virginia, we wouldn't do date nights, we wouldn't do trips, because the only people that I leave my kids with is literally Mimi and Papa, and that is it. So it was really, really nice. I didn't vlog a ton of it, but I did take some clips of it, so I'll try to insert some clips here while I talk about it, so you guys get a feel for like what we were up to. So Friday in the afternoon, my mom came by, she picked up the kids, and then I was like, what do I do with my life? Joe still hadn't come back home from work, so I was in this house by myself with no children. I was like, what am I supposed to do here? But then Joe got home from work and we drove down to the Florida Keys. So we were at the Keys, you know, a couple weekends ago at my grandparents' house, but this time we stayed at Baker's Cay, and that's in Key Largo. So I had never been there before. It was just like a really nice, quaint, quiet little resort. There were still families there. It wasn't just like a couples only resort, but it was just very low-key, very quiet. It wasn't super crazy. Like, the vibe wasn't party, party, party. It was like very much us, and I really liked that. So we stayed there Friday night and Saturday night. We did 2 nights there, and then Sunday we woke up and we had breakfast. So we went to church and then we came back home. So it wasn't like a super long trip, but still enough for us to get away, and we really enjoyed ourselves and enjoyed being kid-free and just being able to have a conversation with each other and not be interrupted. It was really sweet. So the resort was beautiful. Highly recommend it if you guys have ever thought about like going down to the Keys or looking for a place to stay. The resort itself, like the buildings were very pretty, like everything was just like really nice looking. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it wasn't worn down, it was very nice. All of the decor. Our room was really nice too. It was like a junior suite, I think is what we stayed in, which, I mean, we didn't even really need a junior suite. It just like had a couch like outside the room, and then you had the bathroom, and then the room with the bed with the TV, and then there was like a little balcony. But we literally booked this little trip like on Wednesday, and we were planning on staying Friday. So that was like the only room in my price range and what I wanted to spend that was still available. So once we saw it, we're like, whatever, like, let's book that. So as soon as we got there Friday, really most of what we did was like, we ate, like we'd go find food. So Friday we went to, they had like a little bar outside, a little bar with live music, and we had dinner there. I had some fish tacos that were delicious, and I had churros for dessert. And it was just nice because we got to like see the sunset, and we got to see like, they have like a little private beach almost that you can like, obviously like overlooks the water, so the views are great. And then they had the live music, so we just sat on these couches and talked and ate, and Joe drank, and then we were just like eavesdropping on other people's conversations, like people watching. That sounds really creepy, but like that's like all we did. It's not like we were out drinking and partying. Like, we were just sitting on a couch and observing like the people go by. And then Saturday, what did we do Saturday? We woke up, we had breakfast. The restaurant, there's 2 restaurants on site. So there's like that bar that we ate at Friday night, and then there's like the main restaurant that serves breakfast too. So it's there on site. We never had to leave the property. Like, had we been there more days, we could have left the property and explored the rest of the Keys, but we didn't want to do that. We just wanted to stay there and not have to like move much at all. So we went to that restaurant, we had breakfast. Breakfast was amazing. Like, all the food there was so good, made my heart happy. But do you know what really made me mad? And maybe like, this is dumb, whatever. This was the one complaint that I had about the entire trip, or the entire like resort. Everything was great. At least the food, the quality was there. Like, it was delicious. But every time that you would eat at either the little bar or the restaurant, any of like the places that you could eat on site, they charged you already on your bill a 20% service fee. Like, already built in, you couldn't take it off. It was 20% service fee. And then on top of that, you still had to like tip. Like, there was still like an option to tip, and you're like, what the heck? Like, I already paid 20% and then I still have to tip. Like, I felt bad because like I wasn't gonna not tip, because then like the waitress like, you know, she did her job. She was waiting on me and she was good. So we would still tip, but I was like, totally like, felt like we were getting screwed because what the heck? Like you were almost paying, you know, between the 20% service fee and then like 20% tip, like you're paying an extra like 40% on top of every bill. So like that was slightly annoying. Other than that, I didn't have any complaints about the entire stay. Like it was really nice. So we had breakfast, it was bomb, and I was showing you guys like pretty much all of my food on Instagram because that's what I just enjoyed doing, being able to enjoy my meal with Joe and, you know, talk to him and enjoy our breakfast, our lunch, our dinner, and I didn't have to make food for anybody else. It was fantastic. So then after that, we went down to that little beach area that they have, which the whole time Joe and I were saying like the kids would love it here. The kids would love being in that little, you know, beach area, and there was plenty of area that was shallow enough that they could just kind of dig in the sand and they could look at the little, like, not coral reef, but you know, like the little seaweeds and stuff, and Riley would have been snorkeling there and looking at the tiny little fish. So we definitely noted that it's a place that we would love to bring the kids to at some point. But we hung out, we found some pool chairs there, like they have like beach chairs that you can just go and throw your towels on. And then we were like in a shady area, so I was able to like read and relax. And then at one point I actually went in the water. The water was super clear, so you could like kayak and you could like paddleboard. None of those things that I did in this state of being 32 weeks pregnant, but it was just like really cute. And so we did that, and then Joe and I also, like, our highlight of our day on Saturday was that we played bingo. So they did beach bingo, and they passed around like bingo cards, and then there was like a lady leading the bingo, and it was the funniest thing, and like she'd call out the numbers. And so we did that for a while, Joe and I had the best time playing bingo, like such an old lady, but it was so fun. If you've never played bingo, you're missing out. Like it was really, really fun. And then I got in the water at one point, and when I got back up to like my chair, Joe had his little bingo trophy because he had actually won, and I missed it because I was in the water. But he was all excited. He's like, yeah, I won a bingo. So that is his little bingo trophy. Actually, it's over here, right? He put it over here. This is Joe's bingo trophy. He won this. He won like a free drink, and then he won like a salt scrub or something that I'm gonna use in the shower. But yeah, this will forever be his most prized possession, the bingo trophy. So that was Saturday, like during the day, and then all we did after that was like we went back to the room and we showered and we changed, and then we had dinner reservations. And then we had dinner. Dinner was really delicious. We had steak, which I don't know if I filmed, but Joe did have this super cool drink that was like smoked. Like they brought it to the table. I don't know if it was like whiskey, but then like they smoked it or something, infused it with something, but they brought it in like this little contraption, and then like they opened it up and all the smoke came out. He thought it was the coolest thing ever. I obviously don't really know much about that, but he enjoyed it. And then after that, we just did the same thing we did the first night, just like went to the bar, had some more drinks. I obviously didn't, but I watched Joe drink, and we just hung out and watched more people and like listened to the music, and it was super nice. So again, I just feel so grateful that we were able to do that. The last time that I was pregnant, so when I was pregnant with Jackson, Joe and I actually went on a baby moon, and I don't know if you guys remember, if you've been around here that long, but I filmed that baby moon. This time I was like, I'm not gonna film the whole thing because I just want to relax. The one with Jackson, if you don't remember, did you guys get soaked? Mm-hmm. Well, it started raining on their walk, so they came back in. Are you guys okay? Is it a little rainy? They didn't get wet? Hey, I just told the guys about your bingo trophy. I just showed them your bingo trophy. Muy importante. Jackson, you look a little wet. Just a little bit? He was a slowpoke.
I was running because I didn't want it to pour that much.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to literally come hide in my bedroom, otherwise I wasn't gonna be able to finish the video. What I was trying to say is that when I was pregnant with Jackson, when we took our baby moon, Joe ended up getting the shingles. He got the shingles on his freaking head. I think like the second day that we were there at, like, we stayed at the beach in Miami Beach, he got freaking shingles. So he left me there, like, I mean, not his fault, like he ended up having to go to the hospital, and he left me by myself in the hotel room on our baby moon. It was not the kind of baby moon that I was expecting. The trip was just not it was not very good because we weren't expecting him to get shingles. So going into this baby moon, we were joking, we were like, all you have to do is just not get shingles and it will be better than our last baby moon. So we had a good time, we enjoyed ourselves, and just, it's always really nice to like reconnect with your husband or your wife, like to, you know, reconnect with your partner and just be partners together. And not that we're like over the top super romantic people, like rose petals on the bed, like that's not us, but it's nice to like be outside of like, hey, I'm mom and dad and I have to pack my bag with all the snacks and all the things. It's nice to remember like that you actually like each other and to enjoy time as a couple together. It is important, and it's something that we definitely didn't get to do enough of when we were in Virginia. So we're gonna be taking advantage of that as often as we can, obviously knowing that there's gonna be some seasons where that doesn't happen and we'll have to just get more creative like we've always been able to do, and just like, you know, watch TV after the kids go to bed. But I will say that we spent a very large majority of this trip literally just talking about the kids. Anything we'd see would be like, oh, Riley would love that, or oh, Jackson would really enjoy that. In my opinion, I think Joe brought up the kids more than I did. And he was like, oh, I miss the kids. And I'm like I miss them too, but I'm also like enjoying not hearing the screeching. But it was really good for us. So that is what we were up to this past weekend. Like I said, today was just kind of catch-up mode. And I did, by the way, I told you guys that I wanted to find a pediatrician for the kids. I did end up doing that. I was on the phone today for a little bit, so I feel confident that I at least have an appointment scheduled for the kids so we can check out this new practice. So that was one thing checked off, you know, of my to-do list today. I'll vlog later this week too, so you guys can see the progress of the house, but there's just still so much going on. We went by the house yesterday and they're still not done painting, so there's still a lot that has to happen. But we got our new stove in, the mini split has been installed, so like we're still getting places. But I'll see if maybe sometime this week I take you guys there and you guys can see what it looks like. But that is gonna be it for today's vlog, you guys. Thanks for just hanging out and just, you know, spending the day with me. Love your faces. Thank you for being here, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be real soon. Bye, guys.